Hi, welcome back to Bethany, Alexandria. I am your host and reader Thelia. A warm welcome to our new and returning viewers and to our subscribers. A special shout out. This reading, interestingly enough, may be something that you find of some value if you have been seeing repeated numbers. You may just be, getting into divination and the different expressions of the divine through psychic abilities, and you are starting to hear about angel numbers. So if you are interested in that, if you've been seeing repeated codes, words throughout your day, repeated throughout months, then I invite you to stay tuned. There are times when the codes arrive in pairs, one drawing us inward and the other calling us outward. Today, the Ophelium has sung two spirals, angel number 123266 and 1232366. One is the rose rooted in devotion, steady in its steps. The other is a rose that blooms in expression, releasing fragrance into the world. Together, they reveal the twin path of love and creation. And here's why it matters for you. When these abstract numbers appear, they are not abstract. They are telling you where your own energy is moving right now. Are you being asked to focus on the quiet, consistent steps of devotion, healing a relationship, showing up in love, rooting into stability? Or are you being called to let your voice out, to create, to share, to express what's been hidden inside? The Ophelium current brings this clarity so you don't stay stuck, wondering why you feel pulled in two directions. These are the two roses, the one that steadies you and the one that asks you to bloom. We will now get into today's reading. Now, the plan for this reading is very focused on illumination of self, illumination of your truth. And this reading will come in two parts. I'm not entirely sure yet how I will flesh out the energies that present themselves, but I trust that with the guidance of our ancestors and the illest, baddest, best, most 10 toes down version of yourself, with the current of all those combined who are inclined to divine love and unconditional service, their vibration will bring clarity. So I'll trust that we will do it just right. So we're doing this reading in two parts. We'll be looking at the Ophelium energy. And when I speak of Ophelium, we're speaking about Ophelium energy under the code 123266. The rose, the rooted rose. First, we will look at what simple step is needed on your part right now. The companion, that is who or what is walking with you. The fusion, where devotion and discipline meet. And lastly, the double six, the root bond or responsibility that holds you. All right. Spirit guides, Archangel Michael in the house. Thank you for your guidance and your protection. And thank you for presiding over this reading. For the collective, for those led by flame, by soul flame to this reading, what is the first step they need to take now? And to assist them, this is calibrated to being a simple step What simple step are you being called to take now? Time out. Be acknowledging and respectful of your emotional body, the ebb and flow of life, the times when you are required to be a being upon the sand and not a being beneath the ocean. Accept and respect those times when you know, based on the weighing of your own inner scale, that you have not transgressed, that you have not sinned, in that you have not shortchanged yourself of the fullness of who you are, or whatever expression was coming through you in that time. So when you come up on certain situations and you know you've been balanced and you've been steady and you've been true in your walk, then Spirit is saying, be respecting of those times when you're called. Even though you may be waterborne, you love the water, you're comfortable, you frolic there, you lose yourself in the essence of being fluid through water. The different sounds, the echoes, the ability to send out sonic waves that bounce off objects. You love the ocean. But when you are required to be upon the beach, be upon the beach. There is a couple here. Someone is in a relationship. Something about going to see the sunset and not and being there to be there. The art of being present. Angel number 707. Partnership, co-conspiring with the divine. Allowing simple things, simple but uplifting things to set the tone for what the future would look like for you. When you feel low and you're not feeling like putting as much energy, respecting that about yourself as well. Someone here may be a single parent. You may be a single parent of a multi-child household, and you may need to set some boundaries around you. Excuse me, I'm not even if I were a tree, no, mommy is having a break right now. You need to go sit. We're not having a conversation. Why are you defying me? We agreed, you're breaking, you're breaching. Go sit. So you may need to be firm here. Okay. Moving on, the companion. Who or what is walking with you? Who or what is walking with you? The mirror. Know thyself. Self-examination. Seeing who you really are. But you need time. You need time and acknowledgement of the currency or energetic flow at that time. What time is it? Someone may need to go, someone here may work shift. You may think you're going to wake up on time, but make sure you set your alarm. The mirror, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. The companion that is walking with you, shout out in the room, your higher self is here. Your higher self, not the part that judges and tries to seek for perfection, but the part of you that is resigned in peace, like the perfect sunset, you know. Someone may be in from visiting Arizona, someone may be in the deserts of Arizona. I'm seeing cacti. Your higher self, the person, the ego, the whole beautiful mishmash of you blended into one that isn't judging, that has gotten over the fear and the tears and the disappointments. Could be 5 years. 5 years could be significant. Angel number 1101. You could be seeing 1101. What is a fusion? Where in your life does devotion and discipline meet? Hey now, listen to me. You see this fusion? This is where you are going to find you in the seat of your soul. This is where you are going to find you unfiltered, unabashed, just resigned in truth. You bathe in truth. You live for truth all day, every day, every day. Okay. This is a fusion. So this fusion is actually a meeting of who you are, who you think you are, and the accumulated potentiality of truth of who you really are. So right here is where you can tap into yourself. Maybe you have a skill, a craft, a hobby. Maybe you sing. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you are into mathematics. Someone here is a professor. Your carpeting is green. It's like old school, like studio room green. Goodness. Okay. Or someone here is taking classes, night classes maybe. So this is a place where you are balanced. This is the place you're balanced. Why? Because this is a place from which you can form a bridge to almost propel yourself into transcending, kind of like mind surfing your way into manifesting something, manifesting a new reality for yourself even. Friend. Of all my readings, I have wished upon my little heartstrings that one day I would see this in a positive light. Maybe this is the second time. We have experiments. Manipulation of nature. Forcing change. Cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge. Arrogance. Being balanced, you will be honoring. There will be no concern about you being cruel and you being arrogant, because you will be creating from a place of respecting yourself, respecting your life, respecting the fact that you caught a freaking body. You're here. You're here. Has it ever dawned on you that you're here? Let me know if it's ever dawned on you that you caught a body and you're here. You're not a leaf observing a human. You're a human observing a leaf. That's pretty wild, no? The fusion that is in your life, and the place where devotion meets discipline is actually you're showing up as being open to experimenting. You're open to new. You're open to dark and light polarities. And I'm hearing ding, 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 ding. Because for any magician, this is the perfect place that you want to be in. You want to be balanced. You want to sit in a knowing of the extent of your ability to be destructive and your ability to create as well. And woo way your way. Someone here may be Japan, you may be watching a movie from Japan. A lot of light, someone here, something about a skateboard, someone here may be a skateboarder. Or you're watching a movie about a skateboarder, action movie, something about Japan. Coming back full circle. The axes that you have to your advantage is that you are open with being an experimenter, a magician of sorts. The double six, the root bond or responsibility that holds you. The root bond or responsibility that holds you. We got two cards. The Return of Aphrodite. You feel a very tangible tie to nature, to life, to the different expressions of life. You may have a perspective where you regard others and life forms in a very I'm hearing highly calibrated fashion. Next, we have telepathy. Nonverbal. Yes, you do. You may identify as being telepathic, psychic, gifted. So, in so many ways, in your day-to-day activity, ooh la la, mamina, papito. Ooh. So, you are like a geomancer, necromancer type. You work with the forces, you work with light, you work with dark. I saw you may be a practitioner of root work. I saw very dark, dark, dark leaves, dank, damp ground. But it's very, you may live somewhere very forested. Someone here may have a horse. Someone here may hunt. What is binding you and holding you in responsibility at this time is that you are being guided by the house of Venus, by the goddess of Aphrodite. Aphrodite also guides you in how to use your energy in beautiful ways that are respectful and not wasteful, in ways that are not a hindrance but are actually uplifting to all life. This is deep. You do things. You work with nature in a way that honors life forms. So you actually may be an artist. You may work with shells. You may be into taxidermy as well. Now, with the first part of the reading, being about the inward spiral. When it concerns your abilities, you may want to do a once over of your ethical standards. Okay? Tap in with your higher self and the divine and weigh the scales and make sure this day moving forward that you behave in a manner that is balanced and honoring. Okay? So what I'm hearing here is this isn't a challenge to your norm. This is a calling to new ways, new upgrades, new knowledge, new techniques of pursuit in how you go about your practice. It is possible if you do engage in life, in the taking of life form, if you eat fish, then this shouldn't bother you, really, should it? Or if you ate anything at all in the last year. So yes, the animal form energy is being exhausted constantly on our planet. And this is a part of the reason why we ashay our food and the energies that we take in so we can alchemize their own experiences as we process those through our bodies. So if you are actively taking life form, you may be a fisherman, you may be a butcher, you may be a farmer, you may be non-religious in your upbringing, but you may be feeling a calling to someone was sitting on a pickup truck and you were observing your animals and you caught yourself kind of like, it's like in spirit had allowed you to almost move into a yogic pose of shifting yourself so much so that it was obvious that you were being called to change your perspective about what you do and how you do it. So if you are feeling called to bless the animals that you are slaughtering, then absolutely do so. And if you feel led to go through an exercise or ritual to honor and bless the land, when you do take livestock, you could do this upon moon cycles. Then trust that the divine will lead you to the right alchemical formula and practice in doing so. Okay? Now, for part 2, I will stop the reading here for part 1, as we are already 20 some minutes in. If you feel inclined to return to the rest of this reading for the outward expression and what is trying to bloom outside of you at this time, then absolutely come back. Now, let's wrap this up in a meaningful way. You are being called to take time to reflect upon you, to hold yourself as a sacred being, you may need a hug. I'm sending you a massive hug, the most caring and heart chakra opening hug at this time. Give yourself some time. Someone here may have a history of closets and rocking back and forth, or just rocking back and forth in general. Whatever suits you, my friend. Whatever suits you, okay? Take some time for yourself, man. And even get a mirror, friend. Get a mirror and gaze upon the countenance and expression of the divine. And take some time to allow some grace and respect to flow through you so you can actually sit with the magnitude of you and this lifetime and the fact that you're actually watching me right now. Take time to see yourself and to step even more boldly and respectfully in the way that you manipulate energy and you utilize your skills as a magician, a changer, a mover, a shifter of reality. And how do you do this? By going to the place where you are devoted, the place where you have a way about you that you like things to be a certain way. Yes, and you should, because that's your ideal signature. That is given to you by the divine. That is your inward rose design. So go back to this place where discipline and devotion meets so you can get the messages that are coming through to you now when it comes to the new responsibility that Spirit is calling you to walk into. This reading to me sounds very romantic. It sounds as though Spirit is wanting to take you on an epic romance and to cause flowering in all areas of your life. Welcome to yourself. Step boldly into the rest of your journey. I'll see you for the second part of this reading. All my love.